Imagine you're in the middle of a heated argument with someone you love. Just as the tension hits its peak, instead of shouting or fighting back, they suddenly go silent. They stare into space or turn their back and walk away, leaving you standing there in total frustration. In Western culture, we usually call this the silent treatment and see it as a selfish, manipulative tactic. But is it really true that they're trying to punish you? Or is it actually a case of their internal system short-circuiting? Today, DeepShift is diving deep into the inner world of those who vanish in the middle of a conversation. We're going to understand why silence is sometimes the loudest cry of helplessness. Most people are only familiar with the fight or flight response. But there's a third reaction, one that's rarely talked about, yet incredibly common: the freeze response. Think of your brain like a computer. When you open too many emotional tabs at once, anger, fear, frustration, the CPU gets overloaded. Instead of continuing to work, the computer just hangs or freezes. That's exactly what's happening to someone who goes silent. In that moment, it's not that they don't want to speak. It's that the language center in their brain has effectively gone offline. Their body is trying to protect them from an emotional stroke. For them, trying to say even one sentence feels as impossible as running a marathon while struggling to breathe. Why does one person freeze while another goes into battle mode? The answer usually lies in how we were programmed as children. Look at it from a child's perspective. If every time they cried, they were held and comforted, they learned that emotions are safe. But if every time they spoke up about being hurt, they were snapped at for being disrespectful, told to stop overreacting, or simply ignored, they learned a hard-earned lesson. Opening your mouth equals danger. Fast forward to adulthood. Even though the person they're arguing with has changed from a parent to a partner or a colleague, the scared child inside is still running the same old script. They go silent because their subconscious truly believes, if I speak up, things will only get worse. Silence is the only way to keep this relationship from falling apart. There's a hidden side to this that few people notice. Those who go silent are often the ones who fear the power of words the most. They know all too well that in the heat of anger, words can become like knives that cut through a relationship. They're actually afraid of themselves. They choose silence as a way to lock up the angry monster inside, preferring to swallow their own pain rather than saying something that can never be taken back. But the irony is, this very silence makes the person on the other side feel abandoned and hurt in a completely different way. It's a trap of misplaced kindness. In America, where independence is put on a pedestal, many grow up believing they have to handle their problems entirely on their own. They fear that if they show any sign of weakness or hurt, they'll be labeled a drama queen or become a burden to others. They think to themselves, this is my issue, I'll just deal with it. Speaking up only makes things harder for everyone else. But emotions aren't like food, they don't just digest themselves. Instead, they pile up like trash, swept under a rug. Over time, that rug starts to smell, and it eventually ruins the entire room, or in this case, your entire relationship. If you're the one who goes silent, or if you're living with someone who does, try shifting your mindset. For the silent one, don't force yourself to engage in a long, complex conversation right away. Instead, try using a safety signal. For example, my brain is feeling a bit overloaded right now. I need 15 minutes to cool down, and then I'll come back to talk. That simple promise, I will come back, is the key to making sure the other person doesn't feel abandoned. For the partner on the outside, don't try to break down the door while they're barricaded inside. The more you push, the tighter they'll shut down. Instead, focus on creating a safe environment. Instead of asking, why are you being so quiet, which sounds like an interrogation, try something like, I can see you need some space. I'm right here, and whenever you're ready, we can talk. Going silent when you're hurt isn't a personality glitch. It's a silent cry for help. It's the sign of someone doing their absolute best to survive an emotional storm they don't yet know how to navigate. Understanding psychology isn't about finding excuses for our mistakes. It's about building deeper compassion for ourselves and for others. Don't let silence become a wall of distance. Let it be the necessary pause that allows us to understand each other better. Which side of this story do you resonate with? Are you the one who goes silent or the one standing outside the wall? Share your story in the comments below. DeepShift is here to listen and discuss it with you. And if you want to learn how to thaw those emotional freezes using science-based techniques, make sure to hit subscribe. Our next video will be all about how to regulate your nervous system in just 5 minutes. Thanks for watching.